National Television. Welcome to the English edition. Top stories. The President of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, and the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, signed a peace agreement this Thursday in Washington, D.C. A document described as historic and expected to silence the guns in the eastern DRC, a region plagued by conflict for 3 decades. The event took place under the auspices of United States of America President Donald Trump and the presence of other African leaders, including the President of the Burundi, Evariste Ndayishimiye, and a 3-day awareness workshop for policymakers, intellectual property experts, and users of intellectual wealth concluded this Thursday in Bujumbura. Among the recommended actions is the request for protection for Burundian origin products on international markets. Will come now to details. As you are informed in headlines, the long-awaited day has finally arrived. The President of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, and the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, signed a peace agreement this Thursday in Washington, D.C. A document described as historic and expected to silence the guns in eastern DRC, a region plagued by conflict for 3 decades. The event took place under the auspices of United States of America President Donald Trump and the presence of other African leaders, including the President of Burundi, Evariste Ndayishimiye. Evariste Ndayishimiye has more.
Awaited day has finally arrived. On Thursday, the presidents of Rwanda and Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, signed what has been hailed as a historic peace agreement between their 2 nations. This accord, facilitated under the auspices of NATO, aims to bring an end to the long-standing conflict and disarmament challenges in the eastern region of the Democratic Republic of Congo, a region that has suffered under the weight of crisis for over 3 decades. The signing ceremony took place at the United States Institute of Peace in Washington, D.C., under the stewardship of U.S. President Donald Trump. President Paul Kagame of Rwanda extend heartfelt gratitude to his American counterpart for the pivotal and unparalleled role he played in facilitating this achievement. Similarly, President Felix Antoine Tshisekedi of the DRC expressed his deep appreciation to all stakeholders, both near and far, who contribute to the advancement of peace in Eastern Congo. The Burundian head of state, Evariste Ndayishimiye, who also attended the ceremony, lauded the collective effort that culminated in the signing of this accord. He called upon all actors to further their commitment and active participation, noting that the agreement brings renewed hope not only to the Congolese people, but to the entire region. He wished to commend all those who the dedication has led them to this historic milestone. He affirmed to continue to heed the voices of those who for years have invested themselves tirelessly in the pursuit of peace. He said that every gesture, every contribution, however modest, should now serve to ensure the effective implementation of this agreement. In terms of regional cooperation, the Burundian head of state further emphasized that Burundi, Rwanda, and the DRC already form part of an emergent economic bloc within the broader Great Lakes region. He affirmed that Burundi is committed to playing a proactive role in advancing and operationalizing the existing cooperation frameworks between the 3 nations. We aspire to a future that is both stable and prosperous for our region, he concluded. It's worth noting that other African leaders were present at the event, including President William Ruto Samoei of Kenya, who currently serves as the chair of the East African Community, as well as the President of Togo, the President of the Angola, and acting as chair of the African Union. Their presence further underscores the continental significance of this historic agreement.
And during this visit to Washington, D.C., the head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye received an audience, a delegation led by Brian Kelly, founder and the chief executive officer of Anzana Electric Group, the creator and owner of Westpower, a private electricity distribution company launched in Burundi. The company aims to connect 9 million people by supplying electricity to residential and commercial customers across a peri-urban rural area of Burundi. President Ndayishimiye also met with investors interested in investing in the mining sector in Burundi. And on this Friday afternoon, the president of the National Assembly, Daniel Gelaze Ndabilabe, returned to Burundi from the Russian Federation, where he had been invited by the president of the State Duma of the Russian Federation. The visit aimed at formalizing a partnership agreement between the two parliamentary bodies, focusing mainly on knowledge and expertise sharing. And this Friday in Kibimba Gitega commune, 12 cooperatives made up of people living with HIV received financial support of 5 million Burundian francs, each granted by First Lady Angeline Ndayishimiye. The handover took place in the presence of the representative of the People's Republic of China, who is also representing the wife of Chinese president. In her speech, Angeline Ndayishimiye stated that this support is part of the effort to promote development initiatives led by these cooperatives with the aim of strengthening the economic autonomy and supporting income-generating activities they are already undertaken. Evariste Nyonguru Onsimoa.
This Friday, a solemn ceremony was held to provide financial support to 12 cooperatives composed of people living with HIV/AIDS. Each group received an envelope containing 5 million Burundian francs, a gesture that reflects the First Lady Angeline Ndayishimiye's strong commitment to this important cause. On behalf of the beneficiaries, Hamza Venaburi Kukie, representative of the Association Campus Police, warmly thanked the First Lady for this financial assistance. According to them, this contribution will greatly support these individuals in strengthening their economic standing and in becoming agents of development. This support will boost their autonomy and improve their quality of life, they emphasized. In her keynote speech, First Lady Angeline Ndayishimiye, also legal representative of the Bonaxio Umugiraneza Foundation, explained that simply distributing food is not enough to truly support people living with HIV. That is why she insisted on the importance of providing financial assistance to help them achieve self-reliance. The First Lady also offered words of encouragement on the advice to those affected by HIV/AIDS. She urged them to not lose hope, to diligently follow medical advice, to maintain a balanced diet, and to engage in regular physical activity in order to preserve their health.
And the 3-day Women's Workshop for policymakers, intellectual property experts, and the users of intellectuality concluded this Thursday in Bujumbura. Among the recommendations about the action is to be requested is the protection of Burundian origin products on international markets. Marius Muhigwe.
During this 3 days workshop, stakeholders in the field of intellectual property were urged to protect their inventions. Following discussions with the policymakers, the director in charge of intellectual property protection at the Ministry of Trade announced the upcoming reforms in this sector. These reforms include revising existing laws to adapt the current realities, developing a national intellectual property protection policy, and requesting the government to ratify the Madrid agreements. The goal is to ensure international protection for products such as Burundi's coffee and tea in order to prevent others from claiming ownership or misusing them. As long as the government has not ratified these agreements yet, significant losses are incurred by investors and researchers, since their creations can be copied or misappropriated on the international market without legal protection.
Let's now visit the Bolonga province. The Deputy Director General of FONALEV, the National Fund of the Democratic Republic of Congo, responsible for supporting victims of sexual violence and other conflict-related abuses, Emanuela Zandi, visited the Musenyi refugee camp located in Musongati Commune, Bolonga province. During her visit, she praised the ongoing efforts of international organizations supported by FONALEV, particularly in the health sector. She also expressed her appreciation to the government of Burundi for hosting the refugees, stating that this is a clear sign of the good relations between the two countries. And French President Emmanuel Macron continues his visit to the People's Republic of China. On a Thursday evening, he went to the city of Chengdu, the capital of Sichuan province in southwestern China, making the second stage of his three-day state visit. The city of Chengdu is a key hub to Western China, known for its rich history and culture, and serves as an important gateway for international transport. This city also maintains a long-standing relationship with France. In 1081, Chengdu and Montpellier became the first sister city between the two countries. Thank you, dear viewers, for your attention. This is the end of our English News Edition. Keep watching our program. Bye-bye.